everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my wish list Wednesday, and I'm excited about this because I have several different products to talk about. So if you want to see what is currently on my wish list, then let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so as always, I have all of my different products on my phone. I'm going to be inserting pictures of them. I'm going to try to leave the picture a little bit longer because actually my aunt made the recommendation to actually see the product a little bit longer. But just in case you don't know, I always list the products that I talk about down below in the description box in case you want to go and check them out for yourselves and see all of the more detailed pictures. So without further ado, the first product I have is by Too Faced, and this is the Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Woo, that is a mouthful. So this is $29 and it's not currently ready like in stores, but it will be in Ulta very soon. So when I first saw this, I was like, that's a really cool concept because the idea is that it works as a concealer, a sculptor for not concealing, for contouring, for highlighting, things like that. So you can get a variety of different shades and use them as whatever you're getting the shade for. So for me, obviously, if I was using it as concealer, I would get either a lighter shade or one that matches more my skin tone. And then if I'm using it for contour, then I would get a darker shade. So I like the idea of using liquid formulas for multiple purposes. I really like that idea. I'm really curious to see how this is going to work across the different methods. So for me, I know that some of my liquid bronzers or like cream bronzers feel a lot different than my concealers. So I am kind of a little bit on the fence about this one. I definitely want to try it out and see what it's about, but at the same time, it's not like, oh my God, I have to have that. I feel like this is one of those products that I'm going to sit on, let other people review it instead of spending my money on it at first. It is $29, so that's another aspect of it that kind of has me, like I said, on the fence, because if you're buying one for concealer and then another for contour, that's like a lot of money for two products. So I don't know, we'll see, but I'm a huge concealer junkie. So if it ends up being like a fantastic concealer, then I could see myself paying a little bit extra for that. But I don't know, let me know what your thoughts are on multi-use products. I know that normally I'm not a huge fan necessarily, like the cheek stains that also can be substituted for lip stains. I like stay far away from those, but this sounds really interesting. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but it's intriguing, which is why it's on my wish list. So next up, we have the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. This is $15. And I know that like, for some reason, Morphe has just been a very controversial brand lately. I know that they have a lot of stuff going on with the Jaclyn Hill Vault release, which I have my own thoughts about that. Honestly, if you want to see a video where I talk about that, I would probably make it a separate video just because I have a lot of thoughts. So let me know down below in the comments what you want me to do about that. But as the brand itself, pretty much everything that I've ever purchased from Morphe, I really, really enjoy. And the Continuous Setting Mist is something that a lot of people love, like not just beauty influencers here on YouTube or on social media, but just people in everyday life. So this one I am really excited about, and they finally have it in Ulta, which is awesome. And I love the idea that it is that continuous setting spray. I know that this isn't technically a setting spray, but I was talking about my Smashbox primer water in one of my more recent videos, and I was just talking about how the spray is so direct that sometimes I get a little bit too much, like it's not that fine mist, and then if you hold it too far away, it's like you're wasting products. So I like the idea of the continuous mist from the aerosol can. I think that's brilliant. I don't know a whole lot about the finish, like if it's really dewy or super matte. If you have it, let me know down below in the comments. But I do know that I've heard a lot about how it makes your makeup stay on longer, which is what I'm all about, especially whenever I'm doing my daily makeup, because I work, you know, 8 to 10 hours a day. So I would love to have something that really, really sets my makeup well, because even some of my best foundations at the very end of the day, it will have like the cracks. If you kind of know what I'm talking about, like just throughout my entire face, it looks like cracks, because we're expressive, right? So when you're smiling or frowning or whatever throughout the day and your makeup just doesn't set very well, sometimes it can be a problem. So this one I definitely see myself purchasing in the near future. I just got the Pixie Glow Mist, which is one of my favorite dewy setting sprays. I love to use this whenever I use powder foundation, or if I go in pretty heavily with a powder on top of my liquid foundation, because it just gives a really nice glowy dewiness. I actually used the Tarte BB, this right here actually. This is the Tarte BB Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation. It's not a cream, it's a powder. It just feels really buttery. And then I put this over top of it, and look at how dewy my skin is. Like, and this is a very powdery powder. It's awesome, but you can tell that it's a powder when you first put it on. So that glow mist is great. I'm really hoping that the Morphe one is just as awesome. Next up, we have a foundation. This is the Buxom Show Some Skin Weightless Foundation Broad Spectrum SPF 30. So this is $34, and I have been on such a huge foundation kick recently. Like, as soon as I found the Healthy Foundation by Physicians Formula, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want like all the good foundations out there. And this one I feel like is definitely not brand new, but it has amazing ratings on Ulta.com. So I'm really excited about this. I could definitely see myself purchasing this within kind of the near future, because I am working my way through some of my current foundations. So I do like to use foundations that have more high-end ingredients in them, because it is the thing that you're putting directly onto your skin. Powders and blushes and all that kind of stuff aren't as big of a deal to me, because they're going on top of that layer of foundation. But let me know if you've tried this foundation by Buxom. Pretty much everything that I have tried by this brand, I have their eyeshadows, like the single eyeshadows that go in the palette. I have their White Russian lip polish, like everything. I just adore it. I feel like their formulas are definitely on point. So this one I'm sure will not disappoint. And I like the idea that it has the weightless component to it, because again, whenever you're working so many hours in a day, it sucks whenever you're like clawing at your face wanting to get your makeup off at the end of the day, because it just feels heavy and like yucky and gross. I love whenever I don't have that sensation on my face by the end of the day. So that's always nice. All right, next up, we have two different eyeshadow palettes by Colourpop. And honestly, I have been talking a lot about purchasing from Colourpop, so I feel like at this point, I kind of have myself on a little bit of a no buy. So this is just more putting it on my wish list and waiting until I get some more funds in. But I feel like I'm really going to save up for an awesome Colourpop haul by the end of the summer. Just put some money aside and do it, because they have their foundation, the concealer, like a bunch of different stuff that I have been wanting to try out, and it's been racking up. So anyways, the two palettes are from the Summer 2018 collection, and it is the Soul and Mar palette. So one of them is very brick red and cranberry, oh my gosh, excuse me, with some browns and oranges and golds and bronzes, bronze shades. Yeah, not bronzes, definitely not bronzes. But this one, it just screams my name. I love warm tones. You guys know that about me. I feel like I probably have some shades that are similar to this, but this looks very warm and still vibrant at the same time. So I feel like a lot of my eyeshadows that are very warm toned are kind of muted, or they're neutral, if that makes sense. But these look very bright in that they would pop on your eyes. And then the other palette is very blue and green. So we definitely have some golds, like shimmers in that palette as well. So I'm just excited. Like, I haven't done a really nice blue eye look in, I feel like, a while. like I think a really, really long time actually. Yeah, maybe I'm lying. Maybe I did one recently. I feel like all of my looks recently have been pink or warm tones. I don't know. But I feel like these blues are absolutely gorgeous and they would definitely complement my spring collection that I have going on right now, spring summer collection. I have a lot of, well, not a lot, but I have multiple palettes that are very like pop of color. So I'm excited about this one. And apparently they have other products in their summer collection as well, like blotted lip shades and things like that, highlighters, but this is what caught my eye the most from the summer collection. Okay, so last up we have the product I am most excited for. So you guys know that I am obsessed with Bite Beauty lip products. Like I am like in the process of cleaning out my makeup collection right now, but I have a little bin down there full of like mini lipsticks for Bite Beauty. I have a ton of lipsticks over here in my lipstick drawer. Like I love Bite Beauty, and they came out with the French press gloss. So if you don't know this, I don't feel like I talk about it a ton, but I am a coffee snob. Like I love coffee so much. I have to have it every single day. We actually just had this amazing little cafe open up right down the street from us, and they have the most smooth espresso I've ever had in my entire life. So when I found out that Bite Beauty was creating a formula that had coffee infused with it, I almost died. Like I'm so pumped about this collection. Plus the shades look amazing. Their lip glosses aren't very opaque, which is perfectly fine for me because I like to pair lip glosses with lipsticks. And then I also just like to wear them whenever I'm wearing very, very minimal makeup or no makeup at all. So we have like some really cute names as well. So we have Flat White, Vanilla Latte, Salted Caramel, Dirty Chai, French Press, and Black Coffee. So obviously those are all very coffee related, but these are definitely going to be purchased like as soon as I get the funds for them. So I'm pumped about this. They have like very, very unique shades too. For example, Vanilla Latte kind of looks yellow. It's very interesting. I'm curious to see how that's going to look on the lips. But then of course we have some pinky nudes, peachy nudes, and then French Press and Black Coffee are definitely more of our brown, darker nudes. So I am very, very pumped about that. So that is going to complete my Wishlist Wednesday for this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below in the comments what you're really excited about to either save up for or run out and purchase, any new products or products that have been around for a long time and you're just like, it's time to get that. All right, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday and I will see you soon. Bye.